Hello, this is Lori Michelle, the Mashiach, with Yom Rishon Reasons to Smile. My magic dragon and our family in heaven. I repeat a lot of the things that make me smile, but this is a little bit different. Today, Hashem wanted me to share a dream he gave me last week, where I was flying around all over the world, being carried by a magic dragon. He was carrying me all over the place. And you couldn't see this dragon. He was so enormous that you couldn't back up to get enough perspective to see what he even looked like. But I could see his scaly hand, or part of it, part of his arm, very small part of it. And I patted his hand. Oh, I just love you, dragon. And we stopped to get something at the store, and he came to the store with me, but you couldn't see him, the whole of him, the entirety of him, but I could see his face. And I turned to his face as I was paying for something, and I said, I just love you. And he looked at me incredulously, as if to say, how could you love me? I'm a dragon. And I thought, how could I not love you? And that really was the dream. But when I woke up, I said to Hashem, you're the magic dragon. And he said, yes. I said, I find you so easy. And he said, he's not easy at all. He's not easy at all. And I think he's so easy. I know he's the biggest energy. We can't see the entirety of him, but I do see his spiritual face, and I talk to him all the time. So I know him in a way that people don't get to know him. And there's a reason why. Before you get really angry, who do you think you are? I suggest you read my book to learn why I get to know him this way. But even before I knew I was this, and that bothers a lot of people too. But even before I knew about this and the contents of this book, because he helped me write it and told me things about who I am and why I travel with the magic dragon all the time, I always loved God. And you might be someone who loves him, or you may be someone who can't understand, how can I love this energy called God when I can't really personally know him, capital H-I-M, the way I would my real father, for example, or a person. And Christians believe that Jesus was him, capital H-I-M, and he wasn't. He was Mashiach, but he wasn't Hashem. And I explain who Yeshua ben Yosef was in this book. Before you get really angry at me, you should really learn what I'm trying to share with you. And today, the reason I'm smiling is it was a perfect metaphor. Me and my magic dragon. He's so unknowable to everyone, but in the dream, I knew the magic dragon. He went everywhere with me, and I loved him in a way that people really can't know him the way I do. And all I'm trying to do is give it away, give you information and an understanding about him, his personality, things he says to me, things he does for me. And he reminded me of that famous song, Puff the Magic Dragon, live by the sea. And so I think I live with the magic dragon by the Sea of Galilee, the Kinneret. And that song feels like it could be edited quite a bit. He says not quite a bit, but it could be edited to be my story with Hashem. The song, Puff the Magic Dragon, live by the sea, and in a land called, he says, Galilee, which is where I live. It says Hanali in the song, but the story of Puff the Magic Dragon is he had a boy that traveled with him. And when the boy no longer showed up, he wanted no part of anything. He just wanted to hide in his cave. So you should read the lyrics to Puff the Magic Dragon, because when I did, I thought it's pretty close to my existence with him. He's eternal and I'm flesh and bone, and I'm not around forever. He just said, but oh no, that's going to change. The plan right now in the end of days is to redeem the world so we can live eternally in our flesh. And I have no idea if that part of the story is true, but it's in here and it matches up perfectly to prophecy, Torah prophecy. He says it's true. I'm not in it for that. I'm in it for my magic dragon. He takes care of me. He makes sure I have everything I need. I don't need anything except for my magic dragon. And all I want to do is share stories about him with you so you could love him in a way that you never thought was possible. Some people thought it was never possible. They can't understand how he's really not, he's one God, but how one entity, one creator could be in charge of everything. And I mean everything, and know everything. He knows who you are. And I don't even know who I'm talking to. I'm talking to a computer right now. But whoever clicked on this video, he knows everything about you. He even knows why you clicked on this video and why you're still listening or why you clicked away. He knows everything about everyone. And he says people are going to rise to the occasion and start listening to my stories and my insight about what's wrong and how we're here to redeem the world. So my magic dragon makes me smile every day when I really don't feel like smiling all the time, but he keeps me going. And the second part of my reasons to smile are our family in heaven. And the reason I'm sharing that today is he's turning it up on me. And if you're clairvoyant and you can hear heaven, people who've crossed over, it should be very loud for people who can hear. He says it is. I hear them all the time, and he's letting me hear their conversations. And so I'm going to share a few things that I hear all the time, which gives me great hope, because I say to him all the time, if they're there and they sound like this, where are the people here before they die that are supposed to feel the same way they feel and do the same things they want to do but can't because they're no longer here? So a few things that I hear consistently, and sometimes I hear completely different things, is, I can't believe this. Oh my God. I hear that all the time. I hear, thank you so much. And then I hear souls explaining to people who clearly have just crossed over, left their body, died, and now they're over there and they're being brought up to date as to what they're looking at. And they explain, her name is Lori Michelle. She used to live in New Jersey. Now she lives in Israel. And I hear these conversations all the time. They explain that I'm a bubby, I'm a grandmother. Crazy. I hear these conversations all the time. And I turned to Hashem out. I said, this is so real and so believable. And they're so excited. And I wonder, where are all of you that are so excited? There are several of you now, and you're working hard at understanding my book and watching my videos and doing this work. And several of you have stepped up to the occasion, and you're supporting the charity Running on Love, which is supposed to build the road for redemption. But it's so tiny right now, it's barely believable even to me. I tell Hashem all the time, I will not believe this is possible till it's here. Really, I really won't believe in redemption till redemption occurs. He's saying before, when I see everyone coming together in the visions that he shows me all the time, I'll know that it's coming. But right now, I smile when I hear them. I hear Christians, this is another thing I wrote down, I wanted to remember. Christians, when they crossed over, I hear them say, well, they call me Jesus, God, I like Hashem, don't let them call me that. And that's what they're calling me. And they call me the Christ, which is really unnerving for me. I thought that was that guy's, the last Moshiach's last name. I thought Jesus Christ was his first and last name. Am I stupid? No, he says I'm pure and innocent. I had no idea that those two referrals to that guy, those two names, were not his first and last name until, I don't know, 7 years ago or so. I was talking to a friend of mine who's Catholic, and he explained to me that Christ meant Messiah. And I thought, oh, really? Anyway, I hear Christians say that, but I also hear them say something that's really strange. They say, she's not Christian, like they're confused. And I think, and I say to Hashem, why would I be Christian? And if you're Christian and you're insulted, then you really have to think that through. Because there weren't Christians when that guy, Yeshua ben Yosef, walked the face of the earth. And he did not create a new religion. And I know the rabbis credit him for doing something like that, or disparage him. In their eyes, it's a disparagement. But he didn't do that. And he was a Jew. He was a Jewish rabbi. So I'm very confused when I hear Christians leave their vessel, they go to heaven, and I hear, she's not Christian. And I think, why would I be Christian? And it's not an insult. It's just, think, people. Think about, why would I be doing this? I'm a bubby, a grandmother. Why would I keep putting these videos out and write an incredible book and tell the world, this is the Torah part 2. I don't have a death wish, but I'll tell you, I'm not going to stop, and I don't care if this is my undoing and my end, because we're in deep trouble. And I look for reasons to smile every Yom Rishon, every single day, and hope and pray that you will be like our family in heaven and start opening your eyes and asking yourself the correct questions. She seems quirky, but really, she doesn't say anything bizarre. She's very down to earth, pragmatic, and gives great advice. So she's not crazy, but what I'm saying about who I am and my relationship to the King of the Universe, my magic dragon, sounds offbeat, maybe. I don't know what it sounds like to you. For the people who don't like me, you're probably not even listening now. For the people who are curious, follow that curiosity and read my book and start listening to me, because I'm telling you the truth. The Jews who cross over, I hear, Baruch Hashem, thank you, Hashem. So they're all excited, and I wonder where all the excitement is here. Sadly, he says you're going to have to suffer more before you relinquish your need to be right, your story, whatever that story is, and open your eyes to, I'm really this. I really am. And I don't want to be this. I would rather some guy show up and take over, and I'll go to work for him. But he says that's not happening. So, reasons to smile. I have a relationship with him that no one else has. And it's not a brag, it's a request. I'm pleading with you, really. I want to share him with you. I want you to know him better. I want you to revere him and love him. He says that it's good that you fear him, but you also need to understand how it is possible to love him. And not just for all the things he gives you, because he gives us literally everything. There is nothing in this world, nothing exists without his okay. But for me, that's not my reason why. My reason why is he does everything with me, and he's just pure love. All he wants to do is take care of me and his family. He's pure love and goodness. When you choose something that's not good, you're not choosing him. Why would you do that? And why would you not love him? So I hope you'll listen more. And for God's sake, for Hashem's sake, for your family, buy the Torah Part 2. Read it cover to cover and start listening to me, because I want to give everything I have, my knowledge, my relationship with him, my love for him. I want to give it away. It's endless. It really is. God bless you. I hope you smile today and all week. God is real, people. Let me help you know him better. God bless you.